Welcome back. Sinai Liberation Day is observed annually in the form of festivals on and around April 25th. Well, after 31 years now, we will talk more about Sinai, this precious land. It means a lot to each and every Egyptian. And the best one to tell us more about Sinai is Major General Magdi Shahta. And Mr. Magdi Shahta, welcome to the show. It's a pleasure having you with us.
It's definitely a pleasure having you. And before we delve into your stories with regards to the October participation, that I'm very fascinated with, it's very interesting to note, how do you read the current debates over Sinai nowadays? Because after its historical and very geographical importance.
I hope I understand the question, because I'm not follow exactly as you say. But actually, Sinai, it is simple to us. It is very holy and grateful land. If you live in Sinai and if you go to us, you know, Egyptians struggled for a long time ago during the whole the history.
It is our
from
precious
long
land.
Time, again, to keep it and to get rid of enemy from that territory of land.
Yes.
About historical, if I understand,
Yes.
about historical, you know that from long time ago, we from ancient Egyptian people, from Tatar or something, as you know, and after the Islamic and Hyksos and the Tatar and the Islamic after that, they conquered the enemy from this territory.
Yes.
And the latest about Israel and about the what happened about to occupy Sinai for several times, and we liberate from second time last in 1973. This holy land is very important to us because it's not regular land, and as a historical view. But there is another thing important to us too also. I think we will mention after that later on. If we talk about historical, it's long. It will take maybe a lot of time. But this is very briefing.
But about its geographical location and how important it is to Egypt.
Oh, about the geographical, it is very important area because it's not that this is geographical. It is not for Egypt only. It's about all the world also, because Sinai and Egypt is in the middle of the world, and this area especially, and the Canal Suez and a lot of ports around it. It is simple to be most important trade marketing in the world. If we try to develop it and to exploit it, if we think about to make it international free trading areas, it is very important to us, and it will be like gold mine to Egypt.
It's like investing in Sinai.
That's right. Especially if we think to make another parallel channel to Canal Suez. A lot of people now think about it. Very important people, or very science people and engineering, thinking to make parallel channel to Suez Canal. Very modern, very huge, and very wide to attract very heavy ships and heavy equipment in marine equipment to be parallel with Suez Canal, and this will achieve a lot of money and a lot of projects to our country, and to make also this area between the two channel international trading area. This is a future, really future, domestic future to Egypt.
Major General Magdi Shahta, maybe before we continue talking about Sinai, we all know that you participated in the 1973 war.
Yes.
How do you feel about this, and what memories can you recall?
The first memories here, I consider this occasion 25th or around these days. I returned back from enemy behind in 1974. I spent about 7 months, me and my colleague Hamid Khalifa. He should be attached to me today, but he apologized. And some soldiers also, brave soldier like Muhammad Al-Rahman, like Said Ali. He's dead just a couple of months. Also, Abrouf Goma Kraim, he's wounded, and it takes long time until he's come well in good shape to return back with us after 7 months behind the enemy. This occasion we have special occasion to me and to Ab Hamid. But also we do a lot of things, not me, the Egyptian armies, and I participate in the same time. A lot of things to share, to make Sinai free. First step to be free area from occupation of the Israel time. I participate to make ambush in South Sinai against the two bus. Those have pilots and technical engineer in Air Force in that time, and my colleague also do the same things, and we spent 7 months behind with the Egyptian Bedouins there. They help us a lot, and they do a lot of things to us, and we make a very good family with them. Although we not know them before, but now our families now we visit everything, and they visit us, and we have very good relationship with the Egyptian Bedouin, hero Egyptian Bedouin. I told, because they suffer a lot to help us in that time. These are some of memories, and we have a lot of memories also. But I think we have no time to talk, because I spent 7 months and with my colleague behind inside the Sinai, and then in this time of year 1974.
I'm very happy that you've mentioned Bedouins and the fact that they did have a very big role to play, because currently they feel that they've been treated like second citizens, and there's been. So I think you already want to comment.
You know, we in that time, we were as brothers.
Yes.
And we was talking very friendly, and they opened their hearts to us, and they told us, do you imagine that Israeli people or the soldiers deal with us in human manner more than Egyptian help us or do with us? When we go to cross the canal, they inspect us, and they make
the
a lot
checkpoints and a lot of security measures taken against
and
them.
a lot of trouble as
if they are not Egyptians.
But Israeli help us, give us
but on the other side, because
support,
they need something
food,
from them, they are doing this.
But even that, we are Egyptian and Muslim, and we will help you. Even they will kill us, because they treat Israelis treat them. If they help us, they will punish them, and they will maybe kill them. And if they told about us, or they inform them that we have Egyptian people, something like that, they give him a big reward, a lot of money in that time.
But after 31 years, how do you see Sinai today? Especially just because, Rahma, also, we all now talked about something very important, Bedouins in Sinai and the problems that they face. Yes, they were neglected for more than 30 years. And nowadays they've got a problem, and people believe, or maybe it is true, that we have a sort of security vacuum in Sinai right now. How do you see the situation in Sinai?
I will divide your question to try it. Yes. You know, we with Sinai returned back after 31 years, not only by from military,
but also through
activities
arbitration and
or
yes,
action or something, also political, and a lot of effort happened after that for 8 years. And after we got to Sinai, we got mistakes. We not deal with that people as should be. We not take care about their own culture, their own religion. Not religion as a religion. What they believe. They have
traditions.
They have sheikhs. They have the sheikh and
the traditions
the mayor
in general.
and traditional. That's right. We make them. We deal with them as any city or any small city in Egypt. They have their own culture. They have own traditional manner, and we have to deal with them by this angle, not by they like everywhere in the Egypt. That's the reason we make their old men or holy men about them. We reduce their power or reduce their rule to make control for the Bedouin tribe or something like that. They make there is police. They are the important people and everything. We deliver the authority of these holy people to the another people. That's the reason these big mistakes, because now the control will be coming from these old men or Bedouin or the holy men of Shuyukh and of the Qaba'il. They can manage or they can solve all the problem you talk about it.
That's actually very true, because sometimes when we hear about kidnappings or anything, the police would go to the sheikh.
That's right.
They would never they couldn't even enter the land.
That's right.
Without dealing with the sheikh first. So
that's right, and this is the point. We will not deal with the area. We think about that is the part from Egypt. They have to do everything like small cities, small village, something like that. From long time was the mayor in the village, small village. He will solve everything. You will not need.
Is there a way out of this circle? Is there a way out to solve this problem in Sinai?
We have to sit down to discuss, to gather these people, to return back them their authorities.
We do nothing but discussions. We talked a lot about this, but we need a solution, an action to solve the problem.
The action we have to sit down and to talk. And this is the first. Now they start to know that. And General Shusha, I know General Shusha was the governor of the North Sinai and South Sinai. I watched from a couple of months. He invited some Bedouin Shuyukh to one of the channels, and he talks. If we record this TV interview, I think we can get a lot of benefits, because the mayor and the sheikhs, they solved a lot of problems, and also Shusha, because he's very smart mayor and smart governor, he can understand that well and he can solve it. But we have to cooperate. The first, we have to cooperate as all ministry involved in this kind, all kind of ministry. Maybe petroleum ministry, because they have a lot of activities there. They can help the environment in this areas.
Produce services there, so that even people from Cairo, or like Cairo is already overpopulated. Do you think that part of the solution would be that people start going to Sinai, that it becomes more populated?
Do you mind? Okay, this is good. This is very important. But we have to prepare before to do that. We have
We
to
need
prepare
the
a lot of things.
infrastructure, we need
Not
developments.
not that few. Just very important. This is very important to infrastructure and building
Sustainable
this,
development.
schools, and this is to as a basic village to and also kind of work also a job to these people who not live bring these people to work to live there without any kind of job or that.
That's
the reason
not-
the trading areas. This is, will be attractive for a lot of Egyptian people, and it will achieve a lot of solve a lot of problems from this time, because we have a huge areas, and we have if we can divide it, and we can planning very smart projects depend on this trading international trading area. And I hope in this time will not solve the land to any investment. It will be very fatal mistakes. We have to make a sharing, but the land should be Egyptian land, because a lot of people died, a lot of people sacrifice, a lot of people do everything to keep this land for Egyptian. And I afraid that we because we need money to sell this land for
Exactly.
any kind of investment. I'm not told any kind, any people. It will be fatal mistakes. I hope so. It will not happen, because this land will be worth a lot, a lot. Every centimeters will worth a lot if we exploit in good shape and good on time, in good time. About the you can imagine that some company from petroleum and mine company, something like that. They approach the labor, very simple labor, from the valley, from the valley, Egyptian valley. That means Upper Egypt and something like that. And they let Sinai Bedouin without work. It makes them in very bad shape. They need money, they need help, they need something like that. And the work is on his
This is why it would be so interesting, because you've mentioned employment, that you bring in the sustainable development and employ Bedouins. So because I actually met with one of the sheikhs, and he stated that one of the problems was that the youngsters would move into Israel because there were more opportunities.
This is what we push our youth, push our men to another. Although they deal with drugs,
Exactly.
they buy and or deal with armies to sell, and or deal with immigration, about illegal immigration, like from coming from Ethiopia or something like that, or Sudan to go Israel.
Eritrea, it happens.
Because we force them to do something wrong. And
Yes.
the opportunity, they have very close opportunity to work and to get.
Well, let's
you
say,
can't blame them.
yes, at the end, we hope that after 31 years, every now and then we hear a lot about projects and developments and a lot of programs for Sinai. We hope that one day we can see by ourselves such projects or developments, because really we need this, not only in Sinai, but all around Egypt. So at the end, Major General Magdi Shehata, thank you very much for joining us. It was really a pleasure.
And
right,
we came up with all the solutions. Just sitting here, we came up with all the solutions.
usually we know the problem and the solution, but
need
action.
The action is very close, but we have to just start. We
okay.
have just to start.
Let's move on to a break, and we will be back to resume the Nile Cruise.